Oh my gosh,
favorite thing in the world.
Who else was dancing on this intro?
I'm like
behind the scenes, like getting it. I love that intro so much. It was all for
You
personality.
guys. Hi, everybody. What's
Hi,
up?
guys.
Tuesday. You guys, today is our 6th episode. We are super excited because we have so much happening on this episode. So we're so happy you're here. But first of all, let's introduce ourselves. Guys, I'm Annie from Annie's Art Studio.
And I'm Ronnie from RLL.Designs.
I'm Haley.
And I am Kelly from Kelly Belly 62.
And you guys, this is the Maker Meetup. We are so excited to have you here. If this is your first time joining us, thank you so much for being here and being part of this incredible maker community. We love you guys and we're so grateful. If you're here again, thank you guys so much for joining us again. We got some really exciting stuff, guys. So right off the bat, let's get into it because we know that you guys are already like dying to find out who's going to win the $500 Moss Epoxy gift card. Now, here's the thing. Our sponsors are so incredible. They know that right now during COVID, everyone's having a hard time and they want to help the maker community. So 2 things. Number 1, somebody on this live is going to win the $500 giveaway to Moss Epoxies, and you can order any kind of resin that you want up to that $500. Number 2, for everybody here on the live, we have a special code for you guys to save with Moss. So that code is VIP Maker. Yes, right, girls?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys, this code is going to be good for an entire week. So you guys make sure to keep that written somewhere. So VIP Maker. And we're super excited about this. So let's get into this, you guys.
By the way, these comments are amazing.
We are
Everyone here
loving
like totally like hype right now, and I love it. Hello.
So with the VIP Maker code, that also comes with free shipping. So since we would love to give everybody $500 of Moss Epoxy awesomeness, but since we can't, we can at least give everybody a discount code and free shipping.
20%
per week,
free shipping.
20% per week, free shipping. Make sure you take advantage while the code is active. And then one of you gets $500.
And you guys, by the way, the person that's going to win the $500, it's going to be from somebody that is interacting with us in the comments, and we're not going to tell you when we're picking the winner, okay? So throughout the episode, you guys comment, engage with each other, answer our questions when we ask you to participate. So it's going to be really fun. We're super excited.
Wow.
I love this.
My
There are so many comments.
My energy
Somebody
is
said
so
this
high.
mama loves a coupon. This mama like a coupon, and she's not even a mama. So
okay, you guys, so before we get started on today's episode, we want to say thank you to everybody that joined the challenge from last week. There were so many of you that introduced yourselves to us. So the challenge was for you guys to post a picture of you all and tell us a little bit about yourself and your business. So many of you posted, and we are so grateful. We could pick one spotlight, but afterwards we're going to show a bunch of you guys because we couldn't just pick one. So I'm going to look at my phone so that I don't butcher our sweet follower. So our maker spotlight this week is Reese Watson. Woo! His handle is Canned Vibrations.
There he is.
This is here. You guys, he is so incredible. You guys have to look him up. So he makes these incredible guitars made out of wood, right from like scratch. And he's recently been adding epoxy with it. Look at that.
So
Look at
beautiful.
this.
That's used with the like deep pour epoxy, and it's like you make the whole base of it. Oh my gosh. And then on a different one, he had it where the inlays on the neck of the guitar were epoxy.
Yes.
And the acoustics, he had the scratch guard was epoxy. Oh my gosh, so creative.
Yes.
Do any of you guys play guitar, by the way?
Yeah, who plays guitar?
I used to play in the kindergarten, and
I took a class in college, and I knew Buffalo Soldier, and that was it.
Oh my god!
I had a recital. Okay, it was that good. Just kidding. I was horrible, but my dad plays really good guitar, so he would be stoked. You can imagine that took him so long to do that.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I tried to play trumpet, and I realized I was really bad at it. So it was in like a group setting, so I would not blow into it and then act like I was playing. And I didn't realize at the end of the semester we had an individual evaluation, in front of everyone.
Oh.
So I was up on stage and I had not learned a single note.
No.
Wait, did you
I
sing
was like,
this in
it was so bad.
What is it?
I
The
think we
recorder?
actually have a video. We have a
Yes.
video of Jimmy playing. Matt, if we can have that play.
2021, a new year, same me, but I made a new guitar.
I was rocking out. You couldn't see it, but I was in the background rocking out. That was awesome. That was Reese Watson over at Canned Vibrations with the jams and the cool guitars.
And we will definitely be posting this on our stories and saving it into our highlights after the show. So if you guys liked that music, liked his work, please go check him out, show him some love.
Yes, we would love for you guys to connect with each other. Like, we want you to connect with us. That's why we're hosting. That's why we're here. But this week we got to see so many of you go and say hello to each other on all of your introductions. It was so encouraging. We really want this to
We're so happy.
Yes,
It makes me
I love
so
it.
happy.
go say hi to your fellow makers over on the hashtag. It's easy to find everybody. Or just if you go to our following, you can just go find friends. Like, we love it. So go say hi to Reese after the episode.
Yeah, so we have a video, guys, showing some more of the people that joined the challenge
you
this week.
guys.
Yes, and it's you guys. So if you guys see yourself on the video, make sure you drop a comment and say that's me.
You.
And also, guys, why don't you guys right now drop all of your social media handles so that people can see each other and you guys can interact with each other and follow each other. So
they're gonna go quick, so you might want to screenshot with your phones. But we have a video of everybody.
You can always go back and look at them.
I loved that.
Okay.
I saw some people say,
"Oh, that's me," happy face.
Seriously, I don't know why that was making me like tear up.
themselves.
Like, it was just so beautiful.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah, this
and
was
I love
just
the ones with dogs.
Oh, the best ones. Guys, these are just a few of the people that joined. There were so many of you. If you guys joined after we made this video, we love you guys all, and we're just so happy with everybody that participated. But without further ado, let's make it happen and let's get into this week's topic. Tongue twisters here for me today. I kept calling the Maker Meetup the Maker Meetup the other day all over my Instagram. So, you know, something that I do apparently. So
don't worry.
We all do it.
Yeah. So last week, you guys, we talked about all of the jobs that go into being a small business. And we listed so many things. There's so many things a small business owner does behind the scenes that you don't see. But one of the major things we think is very, very important is your social media and how important your social media is, how important your brand is, the look of your page. So today we thought that we would look at some pages that are successful and look put together and nice and look at different topics. So each one of us picked an artist and we're going to kind of go through and show you guys. And we kind of wanted to meet other makers and show you guys some artists that we are inspired by. So my notes here.
Somebody asked these are Turtle Beach headphones. They are.
All right, guys. So some of these pages are super, super intriguing. So we are going to start with Miss Kelly. So Kelly loves following pages that make her smile and laugh. And something about Kelly that everybody kind of knows if they follow her is that she loves following pages that inspire her to create different kinds of art. So Kelly doesn't just do one kind of art, and she's known for this. She's known for when she gets stuck in something and she's kind of in a rut, she tries different kinds of crafts and art forms. And so Kelly, tell us about this artist. And
Thank you. Okay, so my artist that I'm going to be talking about, and by the way, so on the back end, we have like all of these images, and there's just going to be a lot of them. So we might be going in different orders. So the photo.
Okay, so I'm going
We're going to be throwing a lot of fun stuff your way.
So
okay,
this is actually Ani's artist right here. So she's actually going to go first, and then we'll kind of see who goes next.
Okay, guys. So I absolutely don't know how to pronounce this. The handle of it, Petite Plate. Okay, but her name is Stephanie Kilgas. You guys, this artist is so incredible. Something about her art that I love is that it's not just colorful. It does not just have rainbow colors. It's not just like steampunky. It's 3D. She crafts these. Okay, so right here she has this mask that she said she found of like, look at this. So she makes all these other designs out of clay and she sculpts them. And then afterwards she goes ahead and she sits there and she colors them. You guys, the details in this is incredible. The reason why I love her, she reminds me of my olden days of when I used to do 3D modeling and animation. And before I studied animation, they actually, small fact, before you study 3D animation or any kind of digital kind of arts that go into filmmaking, they make you actually take 2D and 3D classes where you sculpt things. They want you to understand the dimensions of 2D and 3D in real world to be able to use these really intricate programs, right? So I love her. Something about her page that I love is when you look at a page, guys, the first 6 posts for me are the most important. When you look there, if somebody looks at your page and they see those first 6 posts, either they know what you do or they don't.
Right.
So this is something that I always say. You need to be the editor of your own social media page. Make decisions on what your brand is going to be, what content you're going to post, keep it consistent, make it look uniform and consistent. So I think it's super important. So I actually sent her a message yesterday and I asked her, what do you think, and I'm sorry, I'm looking it up now. It wasn't supposed to be my turn. One second.
I love you.
But I asked her, what do you feel makes a really good page as a business? Like, why do you feel your page is so put together? So I wanted to read you her answer. So she said, hi, Annie, thank you for doing this. I don't really have much to say towards my Instagram page. I really focus on my work, staying as honest as possible to what is important to me in my artworks. And from there comes the coherence and my work among the different media that I use. Of course, I try to make good pictures of my work, but I have stopped losing my mind over Instagram a year or so ago. I try to post once or twice a week. And again, I make sure that I personally like what I post, but that's really the sum of it. So I think what she says is important too. Like, I think you have to focus. I do think it's important to keep your account focused and keeping it consistent and having a certain brand, but also not kind of go crazy over Instagram. Oh my God. And so focus so hard on Instagram that you lose the passion off of your art. But I do think you need to be the editor of your own page. So that's my artist. And I love her so much. So
I 100% agree with that.
She literally said, I don't really have a plan for my social media, but it's her. It's her. Those first 6 things are like what she loves. And she does have a plan because it's her personality on screen.
And I think that you said that perfectly, that like your first 6 posts and that changes every time you post is so important, because anytime you're on a first date, you're on a job interview, like those first impressions make or break the date, make or break the job. Same thing with your Instagram. Like if somebody sees you on the Discover page and checks out your post, they like it, they go to your page. If you don't have engaging content that looks clean, uniform, consistent, something where they're going to know what they're following for in those first 6 posts, then you're losing a follower there.
Okay. Can I just say something? Since we're talking about those like first 6 posts on our page, has anyone had the moment when you're making like an IGTV or you have to pick the thumbnail for a video and then you do the wrong one and it already posts and then you realize it hours later?
Or you haven't taken a photo for it, so you're trying to find a good screenshot from the video.
Just like action shots.
Yeah.
Happens to me all the time.
Every time. Every time.
You guys have for the audience, I'm really curious. So I know that each one of us on our social media, we kind of have like, I know that Kelly and I love IGTVs. I know Ronnie and Haley take the most gorgeous photos of their work, and they love posting pictures. Curious, what do you guys like to post more? Do you guys like use Reels more, IGTVs, regular pictures? Like, what's like your go-to? Yeah, so let us know in the comments.
And also, I hate Reels, but that might just be me.
Yeah. I'm getting into it. The cover is hard to pick. And then, like Kelly said, when I pick a cover and I pick the wrong one, or like it doesn't work. Yesterday it didn't work and I posted a reel and it didn't work. My cover image wouldn't upload.
Okay.
Mine did that too.
Yeah. And sometimes if you save the reel as a draft, go back into it, and you have to re-pick the cover photo.
It's so like annoying. But I also didn't like it when they introduced stories, because I was like, oh, they're trying to be Snapchat. And now when they're doing reels, I'm like, they're trying to be TikTok. I'm just a big snooty person about apps. So I'll get reels eventually.
Let me tell you guys something about reels. My reels have been killing it more than my IGTV story, or more than my IGTV posts. And usually those do really well. All of my reels have been getting like an insane amount of views. I think Instagram is trying to push reels right now. So I would suggest for you guys to try and use reels a couple of times and see how it interacts with your account and your algorithm, honestly.
Yeah, and I see I got like a bubble in my throat, but I see a lot of people are mentioning that they love IGTVs. I'm right there with you. That's pretty much my main go-to. But I see actually, I don't know, everyone's all over the board right now with reels, IGTVs. Those are kind of like neck and neck at the moment.
All right, guys. So let's get back on track. So I went over my artist. We don't know what picture is going to come next. So Matt,
Haley's. It's Haley's.
It's mine.
So okay.
Yeah, Haley. So you guys. So Haley was talking about how she likes to follow people that give her calmness, because she finds it sometimes she gets overwhelmed and gets anxiety by the amount of people that she might follow on Instagram. So she likes calmness in her life. So Haley.
I think, okay, yes. And I think this is pronounced also, I don't know what mine is, Ani, but Moss House. We're just going to say that. Or Mouse House? I don't know, but whatever. It's Claudia. I don't even know her last name. I haven't like stalked her website enough. But I followed this girl because can you just look at her first 6 posts also, please? And she has like this color palette vision that I cannot do. I don't have this talent that she has. And actually, if you go to her page and look on her stories today, she posted all of her mom's old work. Her mom's the same. And she like didn't even know that her mom like did this kind of color palette stuff. And like Ani was saying, I do get super overwhelmed with social media. Like as much as I want to, that's Claudia. Woo. She painted a suitcase.
That's awesome.
Handed the suitcase down. It was insane. And she's a really well-known artist, I believe. And I get very overwhelmed on social media because I'm always on it posting stuff for my like business that I've even neglected my personal page. Like I'm never even on my personal page. So my art page is my personal page now. So when I do scroll, I want to see stuff that makes me happy and that doesn't really stress me out, like work-wise or the things that are terrible in the world. I do want to see like good news movements and stuff like that. So this is why I follow specific people.
And I think there is a video as well. I'm not sure if it can be queued up. But there is a video and it's so satisfying. I know a lot of people were talking about satisfying reels. So pretty.
Mm-hmm.
She has a way with acrylics that I don't really know how to work with acrylics yet. And I'm still working on it. But I just think that she has a way with acrylics that don't make them look like acrylics.
Okay, and we just got word from our tech guy. We do not have the video, but again, we will be posting these on our stories on Instagram, so you'll definitely be able to check them out afterwards and watch her beautiful.
Yes, and if you guys follow these people, let us know because I'm so curious as to like who has similar taste in artwork than like as us.
Yeah, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll post everything on our stories after.
Somebody just asked for her handle. It's going to be up.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys, these comments are amazing. Keep them coming. We love you guys. This is so incredible. Okay. So, who was Amy? Is it Kelly? Okay, Kelly.
All right. So Miss Amy right here. So her name is Amy Williams. And then her handle is Amy Y'all. So to give you a little tiny backstory, if you didn't know, I worked at a ceramics painting studio for a little over 7 years. And that's what I was doing before I got into epoxy and fluid art and everything like that. And so when I started working at this ceramics painting studio, I was looking up hashtags and I was looking at people who were in this field, and Amy was like top dog. I was following her for so long. Her work is just so awesome.
That's a watering pan.
I just love it. So her line work. So I feel like she specializes in line work and her calligraphy and her brush lining and her color aesthetic, and just like you can totally tell her style by looking at any one of her pieces. And I love fun, bright, like just funky pops of color. And she totally serves that. But also with her page, something that really draws me in, her story posts are
funny.
some of the most entertaining stories. It's like a show. Like I will sit back like with my snack and just like scroll through her stories because she has a whole storyline. Like I was watching her the other day. She was like watching a movie on Netflix and just like drinking, watching this movie and just totally like saying as it.
Whatever. Oh my gosh, Kelly. Fun fact, Kelly and I picked the same artist and I had to change mine because we both loved her. We both didn't know each other loved this artist.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. As soon as they chose them, so we all had to like narrow down our list because we had so many that we loved, and I went and followed everybody's choices because I was like, okay, I love it. I'm gonna go follow.
Seriously, all of these artists that we were talking about today have been so amazing, and also one more quick thing. I have a lot of notes right here. But I was talking to Amy and I thought this one thing was really cool. I asked her a bunch of questions that I honestly didn't even mention right now, but I will post later on. I asked her, what is your favorite part of your creative process? And I would love to ask everyone watching right now to answer this question as I kind of let you know what Amy's favorite part of the creative process is. So I would love to see yours as well. But she said, I love that step that's just after, oh, that's a good idea. That's like, wait, maybe it won't work though, because you're finding issues in the design and problem solving around it. I love puzzles, so I see it like a game. When it all comes together, then I've won. Seriously, I don't know if anyone is right there with me, but I love that part too. Like it makes creating interesting. So
I love her.
I love that. There's so many artists that you can connect with, like without even knowing them. Just seeing their page, or like Haley loves the calmness and the peace of pages, like finding ability there, and like Kelly loves an engaging story where she's like, this is my soap opera. I'm gonna sit back, have a snack. Like there's so many people. Social media has opened up this whole new world to us where we can connect with people we don't even know.
Yeah, you guys, so we're talking about all these artists that we love like engaging with on social media. So imagine this. Imagine you can go back in history, pick any master artist or any artist from history, bring them to the future, and they could have an Instagram and you could engage with them. Who?
Oh, let me look this up.
We were totally talking about this before this episode. Tell us who you want to be brought to the future to have a social media page, because we would love to know. I was mentioning that I think Frida Kahlo would be just like girl power, feminism, like those big
feminism.
Big bushy trend-setting eyebrows.
Yes.
And then Picasso would be the guy who cuts his ear off after his ex breaks his heart, and then he'd post a black screen on his story, be like, I'm leaving social media. Don't hit me up.
You guys, I see Salvador. Salvador with his mustache taking selfies.
Yes, Van Gogh, so many Frida.
Bob Ross.
His profile picture. This is his profile photo.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh my God, you guys, look at these comments. Look at these comments.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
Oh my
Jackson
goodness.
Pollock.
Jackson Pollock. Oh my gosh, I would love to follow Jackson Pollock. You know, he would have ADHD so bad. Like, you know he would.
I'd follow Bob Ross.
Monet.
I would love Bob Ross.
Oh, that'd be cool. Everyone's like, Bob Ross.
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah,
like, Bob Ross, and I'm so about that life right now.
Bob Ross's page would be split between art and then like a very cute, intimate life with his wife.
Michelangelo would
so in love with his wife.
Michelangelo would have like a clothing line by now.
Pollock.
Oh my gosh, I literally love these. There are so many artists that I would love to see on social media because it would just like you know, we look back at art and we like make assumptions about personality, but you can tell so well through a social media account. Like I want to see it.
Okay,
I'm reading all these. These are
I
so
know,
funny.
you guys are so good.
Bob Ross reels.
Yes, Bob Ross. I would love to see Da Vinci. I feel like Da Vinci would be super pro LGBTQ, like on the new trend movement. Because I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I think he was
Walt Disney.
He was bi or gay.
I read that in history book
somewhere.
I see Walt Disney. My animator heart, all Walt Disney.
Oh my gosh, Walt Disney.
Dr. Seuss. Oh my gosh, Dr. Seuss's account would be so fun.
Okay.
I would love that.
Oh my gosh, I
love that
so much. Who just said Dr. Seuss? Who said
Danny
that?
Thompson.
Hold on.
Danny Thompson said that. And I am so about that life.
I literally love that.
Oh my gosh. I'm like,
but anyways,
sorry,
hot topic. We would love to see some modern, old time social media accounts for our old artists that we all learned about in school. Gosh, wouldn't that be amazing?
Bob Ross bloopers?
Oh
are you kidding?
Seriously, I'm dying right now. All of you guys. Okay, so a lot of people are saying Dr. Seuss. I think Dr. Seuss is like now one of the top dogs.
I think he would be so fun.
Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. My mom just posted a comment right now. Hi, Mom. You're watching. So back at my, oh my gosh, we don't have a video or a photo of it right now. But when I worked at a ceramics painting studio, we had a picture of me, and it was a photoshopped picture of me looking like Bob Ross. And that literally stayed in the back of our kiln room the whole entire time I was there. And so my mom just said that we need to pull up a picture of that. But sadly,
I've seen that picture, actually. I've seen it.
Oh my gosh, can you tell her that everyone says hi, Mom?
Oh my gosh, yes, so many people were saying hi, Kelly's mom.
Everyone's saying
like,
hi,
Mom popping in.
Oh
Hi,
my
Mom.
She's like the new mom. She's
I
call Kelly's mom all the time.
Me too.
All the time.
Yep.
We will totally post that picture. If we can't get it by this episode, we will post that picture on our social media afterwards. But Kelly, if you have it, text it to our behind the scenes guy, and he'll probably be able to throw it up.
My mom also made me martini, by the way. So thanks, Mom.
She's drinking. Kelly's drinking martini, and Annie's a hardcore boss drinking some whiskey. I have a mimosa, and Haley's got some water.
Yeah.
What else would I have, you guys? Look, you know me.
You guys, this interaction is amazing. Like having you guys tell us all the artists that you love and interacting and kind of us having this conversation and you guys talking back and forth with each other is literally the point of what we're doing here with the Maker Meetup. We want the community to come together, and this is everything for us. So we want you guys to know that we love you guys so much. So I love this. This probably was my favorite part of the whole show so far. But let's get back into our artists, because we're gonna meet our next artist. And now we were talking about this earlier, and Ronnie loves artists that give her feelings. She loves feeling these people's art and the emotion she gets out of them, and she feels inspired to make her own art. So hey,
yes, absolutely. Ronnie. I have always been the kind of person that gravitates. I'm the person that, like, if I'm depressed, I'm gonna go home and listen to sad songs. Like, it's not gonna help, but I'm gonna feel so vibey with my music. So when I want to look at an artist, I want to have it evoke emotion. And Catherine Marchenko, I believe she's from Moscow, so I don't know if I butchered that name or not. Her work in me evokes emotion. I'm, first of all, a very big embroidery person. That's not the right artist. I'm a big embroidery person, but I love to see some talented thread work. But this is also hers. So Catherine works with a really diverse group of things, but she finds a way to make it all look cohesive. She has a color scheme. She sticks to it. And what I love most about her work is that she does a very big variety. Like, as you can see here, she's got portraits. She's got like a finger touching the galaxy and faces, but she also has like butterflies and whales and sea creatures. Like, but she's making it all look cohesive. So when I saw her on my Discover page and I saw something absolutely gorgeous, emotion evoking, I went over to her page and I saw variety but consistency.
Yes.
And she works with dresses as well. And
beautiful.
her stuff is just incredible. And
She
so
looks like
I saw her page. And this is a great tip for you guys that are trying to start a business. You're going to want to stick with consistency in either like a color palette or a style, but you also want to have a variety of work. So her variety to me is in sizes. And so that means that she's opening herself up to a huge category of buyers. So she makes small, they're like the 4-inch, oh my gosh, what are those called? Embroidery rings?
Yes.
Embroidery rings for her clients that can't afford like huge pieces. But then she also makes larger pieces. She makes dresses. But it's all tied in to this theme of kind of like astro fairy
dainty, like
isn't it whimsical?
oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
Dainty, but
with a like
strong.
emotional backdrop. Like I just absolutely love it. It is, somebody said compelling. That's exactly how I feel when I look at her art. I'm compelled. Like I see her portraits and they're just so emotion filled. And I'm like, how did you create that with thread? Like I love to see an artist on my Discover page and be so impressed that I'm like, okay, I'm following you because I have no idea how you did that. That is incredible. I'm sure all of you have had an artist where you've like seen something and like, how? Like, how did you evoke that emotion in me with thread?
Don't you feel, because we're all artists, like we kind of, I feel like if I look at somebody's artwork, I can be like, okay, I can figure out how they do that. When I look at an artist and I'm like, wait, what? It completely intrigues me. I'm sold.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, wait, how'd you do that?
Absolutely.
I'm supposed to know how to do this, you know?
Yes.
I love that.
And I feel like a good takeaway from this episode, since we've all gone through an artist that we like, is that you need to have something that people that find you, because usually you get new followers from the Discover page when one of your like post trends. I think that a good takeaway is that you need to have a consistency of either color or theme, an evoking piece in either I love this, I'm engaged, I want to watch it like a TV show, or I'm emotionally invoked in this, I'm empowered by this or something, or that you just are so impressed and have it clean. Like Helly loves a good color scheme. And so there's so many ways that you can stand out. And one of the ways that Kelly stands out is that she likes to dress up as Bob Ross sometimes. And we're going to show you what that looks like. When Kelly puts on a fro. Oh my gosh.
Okay, this is photoshopped. I did not.
Dresses up like this. Actually looks so good.
Oh my gosh, she's so handsome.
Oh man, that. Yep.
Kelly,
That's me, guys.
like I would date you as Bob Ross.
So
I would
this
be your
is
happy little accident.
Like this
dating
profile, Bumble profile, like
dating profile. Yeah, that's exactly.
But I feel like that's where your personality, like that picture, just shows who you are.
Happy accidents.
You guys, we can't even keep up with the comments of you guys laughing at Kelly right now.
I need to say something.
Yes.
Kelly literally like reminds me of Bob Ross, like in a way. Like you're so soothing and like always nice, and like she can mend any situation. And I feel like you're Bob Ross.
You're
the highest compliment ever.
For the people that weren't following us or watching a few weeks ago, we did a challenge with like post a mistake or like an oopsie, and Kelly's was like, I did this project and it didn't go as I planned, but we're going to turn this mistake into a happy accident. Like literally I was so like in tranquility when I was watching her, like I completely messed up project.
I would be like the fire. I would be like, I messed up. I can't do this. Kelly's like, so on this week's mess up,
I'm like crying. That like made me laugh so hard. Oh my gosh, Kelly Ross.
Like, Haley is like granola workout, vegan-ish. Kelly is like peace, tranquility, beauty, and Ani is like fiery, Armenian. Like we've all got something. I literally love it.
Yeah.
We have to make one up for Ronnie. I feel like Ronnie is like super like chill and like you're trendy. You keep up with the trends, and I don't know how you do it.
Yeah,
I know the trend. Yeah.
Oh
You
my
guys,
gosh,
so
I'm dying,
you
guys.
guys, can we agree on one thing though? We looked at all these artists, and there is one thing I guarantee you: every single one of these artists, and any artist you look at their page and you're like, damn, that artist is put together. This artist's work is to the T. They don't cheap out on their materials. They know. When you go to a restaurant, Ronnie was telling me this earlier, right before we got on here, right? If you go to a restaurant, right, and you eat, you order a certain dinner.
If you go to a restaurant and get a $12 burger, you can definitely taste the difference between that and McDonald's. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
is that the ingredients you put in your food and your art matters.
Ribeye steak, and a McDonald's 99-cent sandwich. Okay,
I mean,
So I'm like, they're pretty good too.
Listen, I love the dollar sandwiches too. But the thing is, when you look at these artists, there's one thing you can definitely see is that they put the time in their work. It's top-notch materials to get top-notch art. That's what it is. So we get a lot of questions about like, oh my God, how can I make this artwork or the artworks that you guys are making? We want to make our own art, but like cheap. It kind of doesn't work that way. But Moss Epoxy is here to help you guys out. The thing is, they know how hard it's been in the year of COVID in 2020, and COVID is still happening. A lot of people are having a hard time, but art is also our therapy, and Moss Epoxy has always been part of the maker community. They've always been behind the makers. That's what makes them so incredible. So that's why, again, they have this code for us that's going to be just literally, this is just for you guys.
We're not forcing it anymore. It's just for the people that are watching live.
Nobody else is getting this code except you guys. We love you guys, and Moss wants to make sure that you guys can get a great discount. So it's VIP Maker. And guys, this code is going to be good for just 1 week. So take advantage of this before it's gone. And Ron, you have to.
Caitlin Loud asked what's best for casting and molds. And for casting and molds that are shallower than a half inch, I use the tabletop. And I know some of us use Art Pro. But I'll say, like, when I was first getting into social media and first discovering like my passion for resin art, I'm not going to name the brand, but I started out with a very cheap brand of resin that was like working for me for the time. And I was getting chemical burns, and my cells were so inconsistent. Like, you know how when you push back your white, it just looks like milky, if that's a good word for it, like horrible. And then I switched over to Moss, and I mean, it really made the difference. Like, I don't want to give them all the credit because I'm a little prideful, but like, it made a difference when I switched over to using quality products. Like, I was using a really cheap acrylic ink, and then I switched over to a nice acrylic ink. I think I'm using, oh my gosh, what is it? It's not Blick. It's, what is it? What is the acrylic ink I use? Do you guys know what it's called?
Jack Guards?
No, it's I do love them. What? Liquid text. Yes, when I switched over to liquid text, they're amazing. But it makes the difference. Like, the extra money you spend on good products is worth what your end product will look like in comparison to how you start. And your appearance on social media marketing is everything. Like, we've been talking about your first 6 posts, you can tell if they were made with cheap products. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and you guys, like people tell me all the time, like, I had this video on TikTok, and like, I was showing some products at like my Mixols, and people would be like, that's so expensive, whatever. I'm like, I'm so sorry. You get perfect color. You get one drop will tint your resin like crazy. It's like so incredible, right? And they're like, well, I get my material from Dollar Tree. And it's like, that's totally fine. Like, absolutely not hating on other brands or products that are like cheaper. But what you want to do is, as you're growing as a brand, you want to, invest in yourself and your art. And the way to do that is invest in your product. Because let me tell you something, if you're going to get a product and you're going to make something and send it to a customer, and after a couple months, it's really shitty looking.
So many people are saying Moss is the only thing they work with. I love that. I was saying somebody was like, I'm in between the place of like, I need to save money and I need to make quality. And trust me, we've all been there. So like, we're doing our best to help you guys out. We've got free resin going to every episode we do. There's a winner for free resin. This time's 500 and discount codes. Like, this community isn't just about this. Yeah, this isn't just about us like stroking our egos and being on a live stream. Like, we really want to help you guys. So we're all at the place that you're at, and love that we got to be here. And it's inspiring for us.
We don't get paid to say this stuff that we say, by the way,
guys.
Oh my
God, no.
We don't get paid.
Yeah, we love Moxie, but let's be clear, we're not getting paychecks in the mail. We would love to get that, but it's not happening.
I am the content creator.
Kelly's a salaried employee of them, but the rest of us not getting paychecks in the mail. We are saying this because we believe in the product.
You guys know the saying, you got to spend money to make money?
Yes.
That's what it is. You have to. So the thing is like, listen, invest in a gallon, right? Or a half gallon, whatever it is. Yeah, and you use it slowly, use it, think about what you're making. Don't waste it. And you're going to see how much better your products are going to look incredible.
Absolutely.
You're going to
see the difference for yourself.
Yeah, your product is going to sell and you're going to make money. And then you're going to be like, oh, damn, Gina, I'm going to buy more. Because your product.
Yes, absolutely.
Whiskey is like
I'm dead.
Yes, absolutely. See the difference. Like, don't take our word for it. Go buy a little bit with the 20% off code and free shipping. Yeah. Like whatever their small, I don't know what their smallest amount is, but like go buy that and check it out for yourself. I promise it will prove us right.
Yeah,
also,
I think support it.
Shameless plug here. I do, well, not right now, I don't do them, but I do the courses. And I actually got a hold of Moss and like did this whole thing where you guys get like miniature little bottles of the resin and the hardener. And oh my gosh, I literally called like 12 people and I was like, can you guys at Moss like start making these as like to buy? Because people sometimes want to try a little dollop. So tech support Matt, plug that in somewhere in the email.
Gosh, Tina Edge has said that she went on an Amazon spree for resin molds, and I first of all relate. And she said she's gonna get some moss epoxy tonight.
Oh, awesome!
Yes. You guys are not going to be sorry. I'm telling you, you guys see all of the work that we do. I think all four of us do very similar but very different work. All of us work like very different, but we all use the same products. Now, you see how well our products do. You see how beautiful our stuff is, and I am tooting our own horns. No, like our work is great. Like, but the thing is, like, you can't make beautiful art without great product, right? So
it's like you can't make nice food without nice recipes and nice ingredients.
Oh, Crystal said that my Amazon storefront is your favorite. Thank you. I will add more. I try to add everything I can. You guys,
and then I also see a few people mentioning Haley's class that's coming up. I absolutely love that. So Haley, you got some class attendees, some students on watching right now. So I love that. I think
Haley has a class. I think Haley has a class coming up, no?
Yes, but like the comments are coming in so fast that I didn't even see that. So sorry, but it's sold out already. But
do you have any more room in your class, Haley?
I'll have a new class coming up in February, March.
In March.
Awesome.
So we'll make sure to put that on the Maker Meetup. We'll make sure to put that up. Maybe we should create a highlight for classes that Haley does, because I know she's the only one right now that does it.
Emily W. just joined. Woo!
Okay, you guys, should we announce the winner?
Yes.
Of our $500?
Yes. Let's announce that winner.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on. We picked one. I have to just like scroll. I don't want to.
So while she's looking for that, literally, thank you guys so much. We read all the comments, but we also have like a back end chat so that we know what's going on, like what graphics we're putting up, like what notes we have. We're like so invested in this, and like we have a whole Google Doc. If I could show you this right now, please just look at this Google Doc.
It's just white screen. You can't see it at all. Yeah, there it is.
This is just from today's episode.
Seriously?
We love doing this. Like, we put work into it because it genuinely inspires us, and we love to be a part of this community.
Okay, you guys. So the thing is, you guys are asking so many questions, and you guys always do on all our lives. So a little teaser about next week's episode is that we're going to be doing Q&As, and you guys are going to be very, very involved. So stay tuned for that. We're going to tell you a little bit more about it. But you guys, our winner for the 500, my heart is like beating. You guys, our winner is Danny Thompson.
$500.
Yes, fun.
We love it.
Do you know how much art somebody can make with $500?
Yeah, how much in that, guys? I want $500 of moss resin.
Me too. And that was the Dr. Seuss. So many of you guys, she was the first one that I was seeing with the Dr. Seuss.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you guys were so amazing. I love
And it
it.
is so
Congratulating
we
each
love
other.
to see your congratulatory comments towards someone else.
Oh,
We
yes.
love to see a community that supports other people.
Yes.
Like that encourages us so
Yes.
much. You have no idea.
Yeah.
And we give away free resin every single episode. So if you didn't win today, please come back. We will have more resin, I promise. And the discount code,
as long
it's all about giving back.
As long as you guys engage with each other, as long as you guys engage with the Maker Meetup, support us and come on here. The more you guys come on here, we can give you guys more and more resin every single week. So make sure you do that. We love you guys so much, and we're super, super, super grateful for this. I think one of the favorite things that we do, all four of us, is daily go onto the hashtag of the Maker Meetup and look at everybody that is participating in our weekly challenges. I mean, I personally, I think I can speak for all four of us. I feel like I've made so many more friends this week specifically. I think the most engagement we've had is this past week. And we love you guys. You have no idea what it means to us to be able to, make friends with you guys and support each other. So let's talk about this coming week's challenge. So we want you guys to post what you guys think is important for a social media brand on your social media. So you can post your kind of artwork, a specific type of picture or video that you feel is your brand type. But in the caption, give advice to the maker community. And maker community, this is for all of you guys. Go on the hashtag. Go on everybody's posts, introduce yourself, talk to people, learn from everybody's captions. Everybody is going to have a different idea, a different way, and a different importance of what they want to share with you guys, of what they think is something that will work well for everybody's social media. So learn from each other, talk to each other, follow each other, encourage each other. So again, this place is for community and for us to be together, and you guys have been doing that so well already. So that's our challenge for next week.
I 100% agree.
That was
everything.
I'm talking. I already talk really fast, and I'm very high energy. But I'm so excited for everybody that I feel like I'm over rambling. I'm sorry.
No, I love it. Absolutely love it.
We love you guys.
And also, next week, you guys, we will post a little question box on our Instagram so you can pre-ask questions for the live Q&A, because for us, the comments that you guys submit on our back end, they go away really fast. So we need some sort of structure. So for the live Q&A, make sure that you look out at the Maker Meetup on Instagram so that you can ask a question.
And we'll be taking some live as well, but we need to have at least a few of the ones that have repeat people asking, that all of you want to know, that we're going to go through and we're going to talk about. And then we'll also be drawing some of your comments for live question and answers.
For sure. Yes. Matt, before we get off, guys, Matt, can we have the VIP code one more time? I see a couple people asking, so maybe they can screenshot it or write it down if they didn't see it. It's VIP Maker. So this is the code. It's going to be good for 1 week. And we're really excited for you guys to use this. You guys take advantage of this because it's going to be awesome.
Yep. And it's 20% off with free shipping. So 20% off.
So shipping is a big deal because resin is heavy. It's heavy. So take advantage of this because it's not just 20%. Free shipping. So it's incredible, you guys. So make sure you use that. And we're super, super grateful. Yes. I think we've covered everything for this week.
One more thing.
Yes.
One more thing. Sorry. Someone said, can the question and answer, they can be about anything, you guys. It doesn't have to be just about social media. We don't only want to talk about that for you guys. We want to talk about everything that you want. So
we're talking about everything in the maker community. Everything in the maker community. Any feeling you're having, emotions. If you're having a good time, a hard time in the community. If you're working on a project, you're feeling a certain way. If you want advice on products, whatever it is you want to ask about the maker community, we got you.
Awesome. Oh, great. I'm so excited.
We are going to sign off, guys. It is unfortunately the end of the night, but we will see you next Tuesday, same time. We can't wait. I am Ronnie Langley from RLL Designs.
I'm Annie from Annie's Art Studio. We're going backwards this time.
I'm Kelly from Kelly Belly 62.
And I'm Haley from @artist_Haley_Nolan. My website's haleynolan.com. I got some new stuff up there for you guys.
You guys, we love you so much.